Colm Craven, Moore, only out the road, a few miles out the road. Nowadays I'm actually I've been living in Leixlip since 1970, since I got married, and I have 6 children up there, 4 sons, 2 daughters, scattered all over the world actually. I have a daughter married in Brisbane to an Australian lad, he's from Brisbane, and I have a son teaching out in Korea, and he met a Filipino lady, and actually this day week I'll be in the Philippines for his wedding.
Oh, man.
And my eldest fella is a pilot, a helicopter pilot with the Royal Navy, if you don't mind, Her Majesty's service. And I have the next fella, Colm, is a carpenter, and have young John at home who came 10 years late, and he's still a student, and he's in DCU at the moment. But Elaine, then my other daughter, is a nurse in Blanchardstown. Now myself, I'm actually doing hackney driving in Leixlip, and I'll continue to do it as long as I'm able to move. I've been doing it for the last 10 years now. Had a varied career up to that.
What did you do when you left first?
When I left first, I was out in the mental hospital with Murtrain for 6 months, and Joe Moore and Philip Callery's dad in the office in the mental hospital here in Bridget. And then I got a job with Dennis Coakley's, who were actually in the seed and manure business, but they went into the toy trade at that time, importing stuff from the Far East, and that was and they shoved me into that side of it. So as a result of that, then I got involved in that game, and I started on my own back in 1980, which was the last time we had a recession, which was a very good time to start. And I was importing stuff from Hong Kong and religious goods from Italy, for knock mainly. And I knocked about 10 years out of that before the VAT man caught up with me, and then I was working as an agent for a while after that, and various kind of things. I went through a few bad years. But my other half, luckily enough, was a teacher, so that kind of kept the show on the road. And
who was she?
Myra Scott was her maiden name. She's from Drumcondra in Dublin. Her people are from Moore. Her father and mother were from Moore.
Okay.
And I met her through giving her a lift when my brother Hal was in UCD along with her. She was doing a BA at the time. And that's how I met her first, and still together anyway. And yeah, she could have been here today now, but I didn't think it would be a lady occasion. So.
What did you think of Garbally when you were there?
Funnily enough, I hadn't any bad memories of it or nightmares of it or anything. I had far more nightmares about working on my own. But I was talking with John McLaughlin up there in Golans, and we were talking about the corporal punishment. We got a couple of hidings, and he came up with an interesting one, that Joseph Cassidy slapped both me and him in Medal Honours, if you don't mind. I can't even remember it, and he doesn't remember why, so I don't know where the answer to that is, but I have no bad memories of it really, no.
Did you enjoy it overall?
I did.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it overall.
Good experience, yeah.
I did. It was a good experience, yeah. I met friends and people that we
Did you get involved in sport?
There, yeah. Played a bit, yeah. Played a bit of rugby.
What are you into?
Rugby and
Rugby,
a bit of Gaelic as well.
And did you continue with the sport after you
No, I
left?
played Gaelic afterwards, out in Pearson there in Moore, and didn't play rugby afterwards. No. Played Gaelic for a few years, and then I got into running, doing a bit of cross country and marathons and all that. So I did 10 Dublin marathons and did a Belfast marathon. Up to 45, 46, got high blood pressure then, had to go on tablets, so that was the end of the marathons.
Yeah. And you were a boarder?
Was, yeah, 5 years.
What was it like to be a boarder?
It was good. It was very good, very interesting.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the time.
What kind of sleeping accommodation had you done?
Were 10 beds in a dormitory.
What was it like?
Creaking of the old wire mattresses. That was the first memory of it. And Pod Dunhu, Lord Mercy on him, was the house prefect. The first year I went in there, it was like going into Belsen. And that was a very traumatic time. But he was alone. I happened to be in the bed next to him. And he was a very nice fellow, and he unfortunately got some rare disease when he was only in his 30s.
So he encouraged you, he did?
Yeah, he was a nice, very nice, reassuring person.
And the food?
From Balliınasloe. The food, I always had a good stomach, which I need one, and we got a bit of help from home as well in that department. But I got by on it. I was never hungry.
And sport, what kind of sport facilities did you? How did you tag out?
We talked out in the big gym.
The big gym, yeah.
I know there was no I had showers and things like that, which you wouldn't have in Moore at that time.
And who washed your togs for you?
The laundry, everything was sent to the laundry here.
Was it in?
Yeah, and we had a fry twice a year in Garbally, so we were very healthy.
A fry?
The November Day and St. Joseph's Day, and that was Shanley's sausages, which I'd say have long gone from Balliınasloe here, and a bit of a streaky rasher, and you'd be looking forward to that for a month. There was St. Joseph's Day, 19th of March, and the November Day, and we had a goose on November Day as well. That was the big treat of the year.
The big treats,
Yeah.
And were you a diligent student?
No.
No.
I was average, and could have studied Harvard, but didn't. I studied fairly well, but not great.
Enough to get out,
Enough to get by, yeah.
like the rest of us. You didn't need much that time when you got out.
No.
You didn't need like 520 points or anything like that.
No, absolutely not. No. I did a year in UCD afterwards at night in Earlsford Terrace. And then in Coakley the job came up on the road, and that changed the whole thing, and they told me it was a waste of time. I was going to do a BA at the time. And I did the first arts all right and passed economics and English and failed history gloriously. Martin Hegarty, the two of us were studying History of Europe Part 2 up to 4th class, I think, standard, the day before, cramming before the exam. So that'll tell you that the history wasn't going to go too well. So because this other job came up on the road then, and they told me to give up the degree and forget about it, it was worth a dog license. So anyway, that's the way it sent me in that direction. So I was on the road for Coakley when I was 22 with the car under me, which was great at the time.
So you've had a good life?
Yeah, I had
a good life. Yeah.